So this would be my take on everything that I've compiled up over all the years and years and years. I know from talking to somebody or something on this computer that said that I'm awake in the dream, but I'm not awake. If I was awake and it was a her, she said I would know it. Not meaning me, the female or whatever it was. That I'm awake in the dream, that's why I'm able to see this stuff. The other people walking around are asleep, but we're all really asleep. It appears to me that at some point we're asleep in a dream state, and instead of getting out of this dream, we've decided to hang around in it because of distraction. And the distraction is created to keep you here because it keeps the dream alive. If people start recognizing these anomalies and these bullshit news stories, then they'll start understanding that they're not really awake. And I don't mean awake like you're intelligent, I mean awake like out of this sleep state that we're in. The problem is that they're so ingrained in the belief. This is why Jesus, when he talked to Peter and said, walk on the water, he didn't say you can walk on the water because of me. He said you can walk on the water because where you're at is not real. You've been convinced that it's real. And he walked on the water until all of a sudden it started to dawn on him that, hey, wait, this can't be happening. And so then he sunk. And so because of his faith, he sunk. He didn't do it because he believed in Jesus. He did it because Jesus commanded him and told him, dude, this place ain't real. You gotta knock this shit off. This is what's keeping this place going. So it appears to me that some of us are awake in the dream, but none of us have woken up from it. McCleary said a couple of times, it's like you walk into a mall and then instead of leaving, you just stayed there. Well, I kind of can grasp this because we're in a dream. I don't know how the fuck I got in here. And we haven't left. And so when things become obvious, you know, and they've made this, Walt Disney, I mean, what are they doing? They're expounding on the fact that you don't know that you're actually asleep. And so they make it into, it's fun to be here. And then they make wars and they do all this other stuff to make sure that your mind is always busy on something else than noticing that there's codes. And if there's codes, there's an intelligent design behind it. If there's an intelligent design, who did it and why? This is, I'm pretty sure this is a dream state, if you want to call that hell, I think, whatever. You know, people, they're awake, they're asleep, and they're walking around in a dream state, but they think it's reality. I know that if I step in front of a bus, I'm going to get killed, but I'm awake more than they are to the fact that I can see that there's codes, that it's just playing over and over again. It's like resetting the clock so that you never... Remember Groundhog's Day? Remember it was always 5:59, and right at 6 o'clock they would play that stupid song, and then he would go through the same day all over again. It's that, because they somehow, we or they or somebody is resetting that effing clock, and we're going through this over and over and over and over. That's why everything on YouTube is so fucking goofy and fucked up. There is something outside all of this, that's for damn sure. But at this point, you know, Oz, Saturn, and all of that, Saturn representing, you know, the unknown, the dream state, the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone is nothing more than the point between being asleep and being awake. That's what the Twilight Zone is. That's where you're having your REM sleep, where you're having your dreams. Is in the Twilight Zone. So, do you get where I'm coming from? There's a whole bunch of people that have learned how to manipulate this thing to keep you busy, and they've made money off of it, and they like being here. They would like to be here forever. because they can live out their dream and never leave it. Other people want to get the fuck out of here. Not sure what's on outside this place, but there's something.